This is day 3, willing to do what others will not. There's an underlying theory that seems prevalent. To be the best at something, you must be willing to do what others are not willing to do. It is a fine concept to ponder. It is far more difficult to implement in practical reality. I find it a convenient thing that successful people tell others to magnify the myth around them. And Elon Musk might say that to be successful, he had to put 120 hours of work per week in rather than 40. By so doing, it becomes a simple math problem. By putting in 3 times what others are willing to commit, his success was inevitable. I'm not fooled by these statements because I have learned over time that even the most successful find themselves crashing into periods of low productivity after pushing too hard. So is the unwillingness of others simply an equation of time commitment? People might say, I would do whatever it takes, but they do not know what whatever looks like in practice. Without specifics, the concept becomes guilt or pressure instead of action. It also ignores that people have different capacities, seasons of life, and values. Willingness alone does not generate consistency, so the short answer is no. This concept is not a simple equation of time commitment. As easy as that might sound, it is something else. But what is it? This concept is compelling because it creates a clear psychological dividing line. There are ordinary people, and then there are those willing to go farther. This feeds identity by opening the door for people who want to believe that they are cut from a rarer cloth than the average person. It sounds like a formula for greatness, but it is intentionally not specific. It is as if the thing others will not do is a mysterious door only the elite can see. I do not believe this is the case. It is simpler than that. If you consider this idea for a moment, the revelation is what every person facing an execution problem must deal with. Most people do not lack willingness in principle. They lack clarity and structure around what exactly they should be willing to do. Instead of do what others will not, a more practical framing is this simple concept. Do the unglamorous, boring, repetitive things longer than others are willing to tolerate. This does not make for great YouTube videos or social media posts. Nobody wants to hear that the successful ones are the ones willing to do the thing no one else is willing to do, the boring, repetitive things. That makes it less mystical and more behavioral. It shifts from dramatic sacrifice to steady, stubborn obedience to a process that most people abandon because it lacks immediate reward or recognition. The real divide is not necessarily willingness or even motivation. It is tolerance. People are often willing in theory. In reality, they will not tolerate boredom. They will not tolerate being unseen. They will not tolerate the slow accumulation of mastery when early results are invisible. They will not tolerate being misunderstood or doubted without immediate proof of their vision. Those who become great are not just willing, they have a different relationship with discomfort and repetition. So if you want to follow this advice and become the best by doing what others are unwilling to do, then learn to, first, stay in the discomfort zone after your motivation fades. 2, repeat the same foundational drills long after others move on in search of novelty. 3, work deeply when others are busy collecting information or tinkering with new tools. 4, live inside a narrow discipline long enough to break through the plateau everyone else bounces off. Contrary to the popular short snippets of people like Elon bragging about staying up all night and sleeping on the factory floor, greatness is rarely about insane heroics. It is almost always about fidelity to a practice when no one is watching and no one is clapping. So ask yourself this fundamental question. What am I willing to keep doing after it stops being interesting or affirming?